Welcome back to Coin Spyder, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover the secrets hidden within your pocket change. Today, we are focusing on a very specific year that marks a massive turning point in American history, the 1981 Lincoln Memorial penny. You might see these everywhere, but have you ever stopped to wonder why this specific date is so significant to collectors? It was the final full year that the United States Mint produced these coins using a high percentage of solid copper before switching to cheaper zinc cores. This transition makes the 1981 issue a true relic of a bygone era. Stick around as we explore the technical details and historical context that make this humble 1-cent piece a must-have for every serious coin hunter today. To understand the importance of the 1981 penny, we have to look at what was happening behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint during that era. Inflation was rising, and the cost of copper was becoming far too expensive for the government to continue minting billions of pennies every year. By 1981, officials knew a change was mandatory to save money, making this the very last year of the heavy copper composition. If you hold a 1981 penny next to a 1983 penny, you can actually feel the difference in weight and quality. This year represents the end of an old-school manufacturing standard that had lasted for decades. At Coin Spyder, we believe understanding this historical shift is the first step in becoming a professional and successful coin collector. One of the first things you will notice about the 1981 penny shown on your screen is the lack of a mint mark. For beginners, this can be confusing, but in the world of coins, no mark actually tells a specific story. This means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary facility for U.S. coinage. While the Denver and San Francisco mints added D or S marks, Philadelphia kept it simple. However, do not let the lack of a letter fool you into thinking it is common. Collectors often seek out the Philly strikes in high grades because their surfaces can be incredibly smooth and well-defined. We are looking for those sharp details on Lincoln's hair and the columns of the memorial building. If you want to be a real expert like we are here at Coin Spyder, you need to own a digital scale. The 1981 penny is famous among hunters because of its 3.11 gram weight. This weight is the hallmark of the 95% copper alloy used before the 1982 transition began. Many people overlook these coins because they look similar to newer ones, but the physical feel is much different. When you drop a copper 1981 penny on a table, it produces a distinct high-pitched ring, whereas a modern zinc penny sounds like a dull thud. Identifying these copper beauties is a great way to start building a collection based on metal content and historical accuracy, rather than just looking at the date and the face. As we examine the 1981 penny closer, we have to talk about the varieties that get experts excited. In numismatics, we look for things called doubled dies. This happens when the hub strikes the die twice at slightly different angles, creating a blurry or doubled appearance on the letters and numbers. On a 1981 penny, you should carefully inspect the phrase, "In God We Trust," and the date using a magnifying glass. Even the smallest shift in the alignment can make a coin stand out from the millions of others in circulation. At Coin Spyder, we always recommend taking your time during the inspection process. A steady hand and a good light source are your best friends when searching for these rare and unique visual characteristics. Condition is everything when you are talking about the 1981 Lincoln Memorial penny. Most coins you find in your spare change will be circulated, meaning they have scratches, brown toning, and smoothed out details from being handled. However, what we really look for are uncirculated or mint state examples. These coins still have their original red luster, looking almost as bright as the day they were minted. A 1981 penny that has kept its bright red color for over 40 years is a true prize. At Coin Spyder, we focus on factual reporting, so it is important to realize that while most pennies are common, those rare specimens in perfect condition are what drive the passion of the numismatic community worldwide. Beyond the standard design, the 1981 year is known for several interesting minting errors that occurred during the high-speed production process. Look out for off-center strikes, where the image is not perfectly centered on the round metal planche. Sometimes you might find a die crack, which looks like a raised line of metal running through the Lincoln Memorial. These mistakes by the mint are what make coin hunting such a thrilling hobby for our Coin Spyder audience. Each error tells a story of a mechanical hiccup at the factory. Instead of perfection, collectors often find beauty in these flaws. Always check both sides of your 1981 pennies because you never know when a production mistake might be hiding in plain sight. At Coin Spyder, we pride ourselves on providing the most accurate technical data for our viewers. When you are posting about your finds on Facebook or YouTube, using the correct terminology is vital for building a credible reputation. Ensure you are using terms like obverse for the front, reverse for the back, and rim for the edge. This professional approach helps you connect with other serious collectors and avoids the misleading information often found online. The 1981 penny is a perfect practice piece for learning these terms because it is so widely available. By mastering the technical aspects of this specific year, you are setting yourself up for success when you eventually move on to even rarer and older international coins. You might see videos online claiming that every old penny is worth a fortune. But here at Coin Spyder, we believe in reality. We do not focus on inflated values because the true joy of coin collecting comes from history and the hunt. The 1981 penny is valuable to a collector because of what it represents, the end of the copper era. While most are worth their metal content or face value, the educational experience they provide is priceless. By staying away from misleading price claims, we keep our community honest and focused on the actual science of numismatics. It is better to have a well-documented collection of standard coins than to chase false promises of instant wealth from common pocket change. The 1981 penny is the perfect foundation for a memorial cents collection. Starting a project like this allows you to see the evolution of American minting technology through the decades. We suggest finding a high-quality album to store your 1981 Philadelphia strikes alongside their Denver counterparts. Seeing a complete set of 1981 coins in various stages of toning, from bright red to deep chocolate brown, is incredibly satisfying for any digital creator or hobbyist. This systematic approach is what separates a casual observer from a dedicated numismatist. At Coin Spyder, we encourage you to treat every coin with respect, regardless of its age, because every piece of metal has passed through countless hands before reaching yours. As content creators, we must follow all community guidelines to ensure our Coin Spyder family continues to grow. This means being transparent about the coins we show and avoiding any sensationalist language that could be seen as deceptive. Facebook and YouTube value factual, educational content that helps users learn a new skill or hobby. By focusing on the 1981 penny's metallic composition and minting history, we are providing a safe and helpful environment for everyone. We avoid making bold financial predictions and instead focus on the verifiable facts of the U.S. Mint's production. This strategy ensures our page stays recommended and our videos reach the widest possible international audience who are eager to learn the truth. We have covered a lot today about the 1981 Lincoln Memorial penny, from its copper roots to the importance of grading. Now we want to hear from you. Do you have a 1981 penny in your collection that looks different or has a strange mark? Tell us about your best finds in the comments below. If you enjoyed this factual deep dive into coin history, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Sharing this video helps our Coin Spyder community reach more people who want to learn the real science behind numismatics. Thank you for watching, and remember to keep your eyes peeled because history is always hiding in your pocket change.